morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter of mathematics, that is simple equations. Go. So children, first of all we will move to our previous classes. What we have learned in our elementary school, you have solved such type of equations, like if I write a box is here, plus 3 is equal to 8. So box plus 3 is equal to 8. So if I ask you that what should I write here so that your right side and left side be equal, so this means that I have to make the sum. Here the sum is 8, then here the sum should be also 8. So I will write 5 here. So the answer is to write 5 here. So this means that we can solve this in as 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Okay children, but this you were doing in your elementary classes, but in algebra we use a variable in place of this 5, right children? So if I write x plus 3 is equal to 8, so this is a variable which we will use in which we will use here. So you have also learned in algebraic expressions that what are variables. Children, as you all know that variables or that the word variable means something that can vary, that means that can change, which has different meanings. A variable takes on different numerical values. Its value is not fixed. Variables are denoted usually by x, y and z, or you can use any of the English alphabet A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z. You can use any of the variable, any of the English alphabet for a variable. So its value is not fixed. This means its value can be sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. So variables vary from place to place, from question to question. But the constants, their value remains same. Their value remains same throughout. 2 is 2 here, 2 is 2 in America, 2 is 2 in Indonesia. In any country, its value does not change. It remains same as it is. Right children? So our next is now equation how to balance. That means first I have not discussed equation with you, but I have to move to the elementary class that this type of fill-ups are coming. You have usually done it. So this way, if I write 5 here and 8, 5 plus 3 is 8. So that means these two sides are now balanced. The value here is equal to the value here. This is called balancing of both the sides. This is called balancing of both the sides. When the value of left side is equal to the value of right side, so this means the equation is balanced. Both sides of the equality sign must weigh same. That means their weightage should be same. When you change one side, do the same to the other side, so it stays balanced. When you do any change to the right side, like children here, if I write x plus 4 is equal to 9. X plus 4 is equal to 9. If I do any change in the left side, the same change should be done to the right side. This means x plus 4, if I minus 3, if I do minus 3 on the left side, I should do same on the right side. So this is called balancing of the equation. If I add, I have subtracted here, but in the same way, if I add anything on the left side, I should add the same thing on the right side. So children, this is known as balancing of the equation. What is this called? Balancing of the equation. That means their weightage on both the sides should be same. Okay children. Now after this, as our topic is simple equations, so here we are not dealing with more difficult equations. We will be doing simple equations. So what is a equation? What is a equation? So first of all, we should know that what is a equation. An equation is a mathematical expression that states that two quantities are equal. Two quantities are equal. In other words, we can also say that in an equation there is always an equality sign. So if I write, this is called the equality sign. This is left side and this is right side. Okay. So this is called the equality sign. I have not written yet anything this side and this side. So but the left side should be equal to the right side. This equality shows that. So in an equation there is always an equality sign. The equality sign shows the value of the expression to the left of the sign is equal to the value of the expression to the right of the sign. This I have explained to you. So if I write like this, if I take as x plus 5 is equal to 10. So this shows that this left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this is known as equation. So equation is a mathematical expression that states that the two quantities are equal. So you can take any other example. If I write 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So this means this side is equal to this side. So this type of the expression is known as equation. But in an equation we take one as variable. So if I write a variable here, any of the variable a, b, c, d, so I can write it as x plus 2 is equal to 7. So this is known as equation. So what is the definition of the equation? Equation is a mathematical expression. Equation is a mathematical expression that states that two quantities are equal. That two quantities are equal. Okay children, I hope you have understood what is a equation. Now children, what are the properties of equation? Right children? So we are going to do properties of equation. So I will write properties of equation. Okay. So the first property is, if same quantity is added to both sides of the equation, the sums are equal. Okay children? The sums are equal. So this means I am writing if same quantity is is, if same quantity is added to both sides of the equation, both sides of the equation, the sums are equal. The sums are equal. Okay, so what does this mean? If same quantity is added to both sides of the equation, the sums are equal. This means if I write x plus a is equal to 7 plus a. So first if I write like this, x is equal to 7. X is equal to 7. So if I add x plus a or 7 plus a, so this means I have added same thing here, I have added same thing on the right side, so their sum is equal. So the first property of the equation is that if you add anything on the left side and same thing on the right side, their sum remains same. Their sum remains same. Okay children, I hope you have understood that if I add any, a is any quantity, any variable, any number, if I add here or here, the sum remains same. Okay children. Now the second one is, if same quantity, your second property of equation is, if same quantity is in place of added, if I write subtracted, to both sides of the equation, the sums are equal. If same quantity is subtracted from both sides of the equation, the differences are equal. So in place of this sums, you can write it as the differences are equal, but the example will be different. If I write it here, x is equal to 7, so I can subtract minus a and minus a. Okay, so x is equal to 7. Now I have subtracted a from left side as well as a from the right side, so the sum remains, so the difference remains same. Okay children, our third property is, if on both the sides of the equation something is to be multiplied, in place of subtracted, I can write multiplied. If same quantity is multiplied both sides of the equation, the product, now in place of difference I have to write product. The product remains the same. What does this mean? This means that if I write x is equal to 7, so if I multiple 3 here, 3 into x, and same here, 3 into 7, their product remains same. Okay children. Now our fourth property of the equation is, if both the sides of the equations are divided by the same quantity. So if on both sides of the equation is multiplied, not multiplied, divided. Our fourth property is divided. To both sides of the equation, the quotients are equal. The quotients remain same. Are same. So for example, if x is equal to 7, if I divide 3 here and if I divide 3 here, their quotients are same. These were the 4 properties of the equation. The first property, I repeat, the first property is that if we add same quantity on both the sides, the sum remains same. Second property is that if we subtract same quantity on both the sides, the difference remains same. Third property is that if we multiply any quantity on same sides, the products are same, and if the if on both sides, the fourth property is, if on both sides the equations are divided by the same quantity, the quotients are equal. The quotients are equal. Right, children? I hope you have understood the properties of equations. Okay, children? Now, children, there are some questions in your notebook where statements are given to you, and you have to change those statements in a numerical form. You have to change those statements in a equation. Right, children? So how to change statements in a equation? Changing of statements in a simple equation. Right, children? So if I write first statement, if I write the sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. The sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. Children, you have to understand this. The sum of 3 times x. So you can write it as, in the solution, 3 times x means 3x. Okay? The sum of 3 times x and 11. Sum means plus, 11 is equal to 32. So the equation for this statement will be 3x plus 11 is equal to 32. I hope you have understood that how to change a statement in a equation. The sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. First understand this statement properly, whether we have to write addition or subtraction and what is the statement. So 3x plus 11 is 32. Let us take one more example. The example is 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So I will write here 1/4 of m is 3. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. Children, when you will come across different words like more, some, or you can see ahead. So there you have to put plus 1/4. So you already have learned about the fractions. 1/4 means 1/4. 1/4 means 1/4. So 1/4 of m is 3. So I told you that we have already learned about the fractions. 1/4 means 1/4. So 1/4 of m. So 1/4 of m means 1/4 m. Okay? Is 3 more than 7? Is 3 means is equal to 3. Okay? More than 7. So this can be written as more than 7. This can be written as more than. So here more than means 7. That means 1/4 when you subtract from 1/4, when you subtract 7, that is equal to 3. That is equal to 3. So 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So here you have to understand that which sign I have to put. So here I have put minus sign because it is more than this. So then only the equations will be equal. So children, now there is another thing. How changing of equation in a statement form. Your next topic is changing of equations. Now equation will be given to you and you have to change that equation in a statement form. Changing of equations in a statement form. In a statement form. Okay children, in a statement form. If I write equation here, x minus 5 is equal to 9. So this is the equation which I have to change in a statement form. So what can I write here for this? I can write taking away 5 from x gives us 9. So I can write it taking away 5 from x gives us 9. Okay children, gives us 9. So another example I will take. If I write it as 3 and plus 7 is equal to 1. So here if it is a x, 3x plus 7 is equal to 1. So children, here it is a multiple with the variable. 3 is multiplied to the variable x, then 7 is added to it, and that is equal to 1. That means multiplication of 3x plus 7 is equal to 1. Now we have to change this in a statement form. So what will I write? Add 7 to 3 times x to get 1. So what will I write? Add 7 to 3 times x to get 1. Add 7 to 3 times x to get 1. So this way where we can change equations in a statement form. Okay children, so I hope this you have understood how to change an equation, how to change a statement in an equation form, and how to change a statement in an equation form. Okay children, so there is a small homework for you. The first one is, homework is question number first. Change following statements. Change following statements in equations. Okay children, so I will write some statements here. So the first statement is the sum of numbers x, the sum of numbers x and 4 is, the sum of numbers x and 4 is 9. Okay, this is the first one. Second one is 10 times a is 70. 10 times a is 70. Okay, third one will be 2 subtracted from y is 8. Okay children, this is our first question as homework. Change following statements in equation. First one is the sum of numbers x and 4 is 9. Second one is 10 times a is 70. Third is 2 subtracted from y is 8. Okay children, so this is your first question. Question number 2 will be change following equations in statement form. Change, question number 2, change following equations in statement form. Statement form. Okay, so I am rubbing all this. Number first, so you will change these statements in these equations in statement form. P plus 4 is equal to 15. P plus 4 is equal to 15. Second one is 3m by 5 is equal to 6. Third part will be 4p minus 2 is equal to 18. Okay children, the first equations are 4 plus p is equal to 15, 3m by 5 is equal to 6 and 4p minus 2 is equal to 8. Okay children. So this is the homework for you. This was all for today. You have learned about simple equations. You have learned what is an equation, what is a variable, and properties of equations, and how to change a statement in a equation and an equation in a statement form. And I have given you some homework also. This you will be doing in your notebook. And students, for today this all much we will be doing. Goodbye and see you soon in the next video.